Alright, hey guys, welcome to another live stream. Live stream number 4. I shouldn't be doing this tonight because I know my parents are gonna ruin it like they do everything else in my life, but I should have did this on a Tuesday, but I did promise that I would do one on a Monday. So if I do a live stream next week, this on the next week, or probably be on a Tuesday. That'll probably be a Jak'd, can I come on the show? Sure, you can call in if you like. But let me set the show up first. Pretty much, I got my first donation on Saturday night, so I want to give a shout out to Cactus MGTOW. I'm not gonna give out the person's real name. Saturday night, I was getting ready to leave. It said I got my first donation, $5, and for this channel. And as I said before, I'm going to create content no matter what for this channel. But you know, donations are appreciated, like everybody else is doing donations. So, yes, thank you to Cactus MGTOW. Shout out if he's watching this later on for the fight. I actually sent the person a thank you email, and they didn't respond back, so I might have went to their spam folder. But I appreciate it. And if anybody makes a donation tonight, it will show the donation pages. Mom would try to bring you cookies or some shit just as bad. Have you clean your room? You love my work. Thanks, AJ. Master Yoda is here. I recognize him from the fucking, was it? It used to call it Slut Hate, right? That shit was fun. So, Australia. So, yeah, pretty much, fucking, so here's what happened. My parents, I live with my parents. My dad, I'm one of those PUAs you hate. Oh, shit. No, but here's what happened. My dad wants to do laundry because I live in my parents' basement, right? This late at night. And it's like, what the fuck? Like, he could have did this yesterday. So this is why I wasn't going to do a live stream. So I was going to cancel, but I did say Monday. So I should have just waited till tomorrow, but fuck it. So, yeah, Master Yoda is everywhere. If you're here for friendship, New Zealand is better. So I got 23 people watching. Let's play, before we get to the comments, let's play this cool video. This is from MGTOW Monk. This is a guy that makes this chick take a morning after pill. This is pretty fucking cool. This is from Cyber Monk, MGTOW channel.
A man shows us how to handle the situation when you're going raw and accidentally nut in her.
I'm about to record this shit. I don't want nobody to know I fucked your ass raw.
The fuck, nigga?
Shit,
You that weak ass
yeah.
dick, though, community dick ass nigga. You
We'll take the
that
pill
no
then.
motherfuckers to know I fucked you.
We'll take the pill then.
Alright.
Shit, this evidence right here. This evidence.
Alright, nigga.
Now open up. Open your mouth.
Okay.
Open your mouth.
Alright.
Open your mouth. Say Lift your tongue up. Call 3 times.
Now that's a smart man right there, right? That is a smart ass dude right there. Basketball, like athletes should do this. Any man out there, not just a regular guy, any athlete out there should do this. Make sure these thoughts swallow that birth control pill, because they say they will, but they probably won't, especially if you got resources.
Fuck.
Call 3 times. Alright, you good. Yeah, I ain't playing no game with these hoes in 2018. I ain't playing no game with these hoes in 2018, cuz. You see me out here, cuz?
That motherfucker got a hat light on. Holy shit. So, that was a cool fucking video, man. That was, God, I miss nutting in a woman. Yeah, those days were good, weren't they? Remember the days, guys? Slut Hate? Yeah, you told me, Red Pill Talk. I think I checked it out. I missed that website. Some of the comments are mean as shit, but man, it's fucking hilarious, dude. Alright, so I need to go to my community, read some comments. This dude I used to be friends with, we were comedy friends. He put out a podcast about me yesterday, and pretty much he was saying, he commented on my Gillette video. He had the opposite. He's doing a show with his girlfriend. He had a total cucked approach about it, you know? Like, he was like, oh, I'm ignorant and everything like that. It's like, who gives a fuck? So, it's kind of hard to do everything at once. Hello. Yes, everyone, welcome. If anybody wants to call in, you can call in. I gotta put my daddy's shirts in the dryer. I'm 32 years old. What is the link to your podcast? I need to hear that. The podcast that I do is called Joshcast. It's on iTunes. Pretty much it's on the Josh Jack channel, so let me see. It's not a good podcast because I can't get guests on. Let me see, hold on. But yeah, I'm trying to do a lot of things. I gotta put my daddy's shirts in the dryer. That's the price to pay for living at home, though. Like, my parents treat me like a baby, man. But it's my fault, though, because I'm living here. Hold on, let me... So I'll put the latest episode up right here. It's not a good show because I can't get guests on, but I've done 360 episodes. There's the last episode. Are PUAs allowed to call in? Anybody's allowed to call in if you want. Nobody called in the last few streams. PUA is a scam. Yes, I've been making comments about that. Let me go to my comment section. There's Black Chick, bro. I'm sorry you've been hurt. And she writes a very sympathetic... Well, why don't you give me some pussy, then? Brittany, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why don't you send me some pussy? If you really think that... You know, because the woman will say that. There's a number right there. Do you guys see the description? Go to the description, click more, and there's a number there. Attraction cannot be taught. It's true, though. Like, you can improve your conversation skills, and you can improve, you know, like, your body language and all that stuff. But unless you're, you know, like I said, there's tall, good-looking dudes out there that fucking don't need that shit. And it's like, if you're an athlete, listen to any basketball player talk. They all sound like mumbling morons. Let's see. This one guy says, drop your body fat and you'll be good looking. Yeah, that's what everybody's saying to me. Everyone's telling me, I'm your favorite fat MGTOW, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ever paid for PUA? Hell no. You want to know why? Because I was already doing approaches. So I was like, what is this person going to teach me? I can approach anybody. I can walk up to any woman and say anything. I'm fearless. Yeah, a lot of people commented on my new angry video. But that shit was funny, though. The dude I was used to be friends with, he was talking shit about me on his podcast. And no one listens to it. He does it like once a year, but he was like, yeah, Josh is so ignorant and everything. And he was like, he said the Gillette commercial made him cry. Right? It's like, if you're a guy and you cry at the Gillette commercial, you're a fucking pussy. Why would you cry at that? The commercial was to make men look bad. What about women? If they make Gillette should make 2 commercials. If they would have made a commercial about females, right, explaining what they should do to change their nature, then fine. But they won't do that. A tall, good-looking dude, and bitches still act. Oh, so you're a tall, good-looking dude. I don't know, man. You might be, I mean, I'm not going to say that bullshit about being in the wrong area, but all I know is black dudes here in Philly clean up easily. And not just fat white girls either, like the good-looking ones. Lose some weight, fix your teeth, join the military. Damn, I gotta join the military to get some pussy? Damn! Fuck it. You know what? I'm just gonna blow my dick up right now. What up, bro? The real DG. Yo, how you doing? Fortunately, the PUA industry is a decline, but unfortunately, there is a niche market for gullible, ugly incels. Yes. Yo, I wish I could find fucking Tyler. I saw Tyler once in Philly, but he walked a few blocks away. He was eating a steak. He eats steak dinners from all the scams he gets from guys paying him $5,000, and he gets mad when guys come up to him when he eats. Bro, how do I call it? I don't know if you guys are trolling me or not. There's a number right underneath my name. Hit more. And right underneath the donations, it says call it if you want, and there's a number there. If you want to. So I'm trying to go through the comments right now. And there's a lot of comments. I didn't realize that, Alright, I'll be right back, guys. I gotta put my daddy's shirts in the dryer. This is live. Alright, I'm back. Turns out it's not done yet. So the reason why I have to do this is because my dad will bang on the door. I was doing a live stream on my other channel, and my dad started banging on the door, and I was gonna throw my phone at his face. Lose some weight and you're an 8, Jack. Nah, if I lost the weight, I'm probably still like a 4 or 5. It doesn't matter, guys. I told you before the video that I made. Guys need to stop telling guys, you know, what score you are. What's up, Josh? Did do nothing. How you doing? Yeah, so fucking, you can't sit there and tell a guy you're an 8, you're a 5. It doesn't matter what you think. It's what the girls think. The girls decide what you are. And let's see. Someone just subscribed to me. Smooth Operator. MGTOW bro. Smooth Operator. Welcome to the channel. What I'm saying, bro, is bitches love to be chased and play games, running their game. These bitches are getting worse. The Golden Eagle. What up, Jak'd? What's up, Golden Eagle? Have you noticed that MGTOW guys are running from incel like they're worried about stigma and not getting feel validations going to splatter all over? You just called 3 times? I got the number queued up right now. Let me see. I hope I got the right number. That would be my fault if I didn't. Let me see. This is Google Voice, so... Yeah, if you did, I apologize. I have it set up. You really aren't that bad looking. Yeah, but that's the thing, though. Now I'm talking about you. Somebody else said they called in 3 times. Let me make sure I got the right number, just in case. Nobody called in the last couple of streams, but I put the number anyway. Yeah, let me see. 627... 267... There it is. How do I get back? I'm getting 2 calls now. Yes, you are live with Jak'd 2.0.
Hey, Jak'd 2.0. This is Jeff Ashton, man. Thanks so much for putting me on.
Oh, yeah, no problem. You're the only caller. It's the easiest show to get on to.
Awesome. Yeah,
Yes.
man, I was just thinking about all these boomers, man. All these older people that just have no clue what it's like now. It's like, I listen to these guys, and they cannot comprehend that how somebody could be an incel or a TFLer, and they're like, just go to church, just join some group. And it's like, they have no clue that the world has changed. The world that they lived in is not what we're dealing with now.
Yeah, every generation, men and women change. And that's why the Gillette commercial is a problem. They should have showed how women changed. And I know a lot of older guys, not just older guys. There are guys younger than me, even like the guy I talked about, who's a friend of mine. He used to be a friend of mine. Keep up the videos. Your show will take off. Thank you. Yeah. So this guy I used to be friends with made a podcast about me with his girlfriend, and he was talking about how all the guys who agree with me are ignorant. And it's like, even if I am ignorant, we live in a world where if people have a different viewpoint from you, if you're a SJW, that you're automatically ignorant, racist, sexist. And I'm like, fuck that shit, man. I'm going to speak my mind, and I don't care what you people think.
Yeah. I just really feel like it's just, it's like we've just entered like a new, like, territory or something where, like, marriage is completely gone. So it's like all these guys in the top 20%, like in the past, like those would have been the first dudes to just get married off to some hot girl, and then they'd be out of the dating pool. And then it's just like, you fast forward to now, and it's just like every bitch from like 16 to 45 just fucks these chads the whole time and never settles down. So it's just like the bottom 80% like can't get anything, and then people don't even realize what's going on, and then they just want to shame, all these incels. And it's just like, I really think these older people have no clue what it's like now. It's like these older people don't even know that you could take a level 4 girl, throw her picture on POF, and she can choose from like 50 different dudes to fuck in the next 5 minutes.
Yeah, and a lot of these women are actually not attractive. I went on a date with this half Russian, half Jewish girl at OkCupid when I was like 25, and I was intimidated by her. She was 2 years older than me. She had her own car, her own place, and she was hot. And she had big titties. Uh-huh. And she told me she got 500 messages a day, no joking. And even ugly fat girls get at least 15 messages a day. And I know a lot of educated dudes, like a lot of smart, educated dudes. They're clean. Even the guys I know who have a good job, their own place, they eat healthy, and they can't get an autistic woman. So the market is saturated, and I don't know. It seems like everyone keeps saying you got to go overseas, or we got to wait for those sex dolls to come out.
Yeah, I mean, it's like going overseas, I guess, could be a solution for some people, but then you pretty much have to get married if you're gonna do that. I mean, unless you're just gonna go on some like sex tourism type stuff. I mean, for the most part, so you're gonna go over to Thailand or Philippines or Russia or somewhere, and you're gonna bring this girl over. You're gonna get married. I mean, you're probably gonna have to spend $20,000 just to get her over here.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna get married in her country, walk around the sacred tree, and then bring her over here. Get married here, and then she's going to be bombarded with all the brainwashing. So, I mean, that's still very risky because, in 3 or 4 years, once she gets that green card or citizenship and finds out what it's like over here, I mean, she might just leave you after 3 years, I mean,
yeah,
maybe moving to one of those countries permanently might. I don't know. I'd be scared to bring one over, just like putting out that much money,
Yeah, did you see the video of that fat white guy? I forgot what it was. He paid all this money for like this overseas chick, and it was like a catfish thing. That was like a scam.
Oh my god!
Yeah, I forgot how much money he spent. I gotta find it. I gotta find a video, do commentary on that. He spent all this money, 25,000 or 50, whatever. The chick was either from Brazil or I think it was Russia. And then it was like a scam or something. They did like a whole, these catfishing videos out there. But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what happens if you do go overseas, you find a woman, and she's still a cunt? Then what do I do? Now I'm just stuck with a foreign cunt now. They're all cunts. Yeah. They're all fucking cunts. It doesn't matter if they're foreign. Doesn't matter if they're from Texas. It doesn't matter if they're East Coast. They're all cunts. Either way, you're gonna be stuck with a cunt.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just, I mean, until I'm really thinking maybe, our parents' life or our grandparents' life, maybe that was just, like, we think that that's like the norm, but maybe that was just a small part of, but like maybe that wasn't normal, and maybe this is normal, where, just all the guys just, fight over just whatever girl they can get, and
you know what I realized? I think today, in order to get a chick, you have to be a cuck. Like, I know a lot of these male comics that I know, they're in the city, they're all like, oh, men need to respect women, and, just like the guy I talked about, the guy used to be my friend of mine, he was saying all this stuff in front of his girlfriend, like, Josh is ignorant, and he said, I need to stop this MGTOW bullshit, which is funny. I like how, like, if you think MGTOW's bullshit, that's fine, that's your opinion, but he settled with the first girl he got. And I feel like nowadays you have to either be a good-looking dude, a Chad or a Tyrone, whatever, or you have to be like a cuck. Like, you have to be like, I think women are just as equal as men, and you have to, like, get in that friend zone and then slip in a Mickey or something. I don't know, man.
and knock her up.
Yeah, or something.
And be like, I breeded, I succeeded.
Yeah, it's totally saturated. I'm glad I couldn't beat a chick off Tinder. I tried Tinder off and on for years. I used an old picture of me when I was 25, when I was thinner looking, and I still couldn't meet a fat girl in there. So it's over, man. I'm not trying anymore. Yeah. And if I do lose weight, I'm done. It's just not worth the headache anymore.
Yeah, it's really tough, and it's even tougher now for people who even are lucky enough to be able to get a girl, because those girls that they're with, like, these girls know that they could have another dude in a minute. I mean, they can replace that guy instantly. They could break up with their boyfriend and have 50 dudes hitting them up in the next 5 minutes. And it's like, so those guys that even have girlfriends are being treated like complete shit. So it's like, you might as well go MGTOW, because you're not going to be valued by a woman. You have no value. You're nothing. She can replace you in a fucking instant. I mean, I guess if you're rich, maybe then she can't replace you as easily. Maybe then she can get something from you. Yeah, maybe marriage and relationships is just for the rich now.
Yeah, I mean, people say to me, why don't you ever go for a relationship? Because I always just wanted to get laid. I was like, I'm an old enough in person. I'm not gonna force my. I only had maybe a couple opportunities to get into one, but I always told the girl right up front I just want sex. And I'm like, I'm not gonna commit to a woman if I just want sex. You know what I mean? Like, why would I do that? I know guys who do that. It seems like that's what you got to do now. Even if you want to get laid, you got to lie and say, I want to be with you. I'm not doing that. I tell them straight up front, like, I want to hook up and have, flings and stuff. And they don't like that. So I'm like, fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to jump into a relationship with some girl just to fucking... It's not worth it.
That's actually backfired on me, telling them I want to be in a relationship. And then they think I'm needy. Why are you pushing it? And then, I mean, no matter what you do, it's just tough. It's just freaking tough out there.
Yeah, because like I said, women, they want to, they listen to Beyonce and stuff, and Beyonce got cheated on by Jay-Z, that camel-looking fuck, and she still stayed with him. So how is she a queen when that guy that looks like a camel, she would never date in a million years because he's rich and he's one of the best rap lyricists of all time. He looks like a fucking camel. He's ugly. And she stayed with him and he cheated on her. So she's not a queen. And they listen to Taylor Swift and all these chicks that fucking go, oh, we don't need men, we're queens and stuff. But that's the problem. That and plus society kisses their ass. You know what I'm saying? I got another call, man, but thanks for calling in.
All right, man. Talk to you later.
Thank you. Hello, 562 area code. You are on live.
Oh, Big Jack. How's it going, my brother?
Hey, man. How's it going?
Dude, I love what you're doing, man. Everything you're doing is right. I said before, you're my favorite channel. You know what? And I'm going to give you a perspective. I mean, I'm not trying to boast, but I'm a quote-unquote Chad. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And you're absolutely correct, my brother. Trust me, all I gotta do is fucking smile. I ain't gotta fucking be witty. You're a smart motherfucker. And you know what? That's why good-looking dudes tell you you're good-looking, because we enjoy company and good dudes like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
Because you're fucking witty and shit like that. You know, men see different qualities. But you're absolutely right, man. You got better game than me. I can already tell. You got that good mouthpiece. But, no, I mean, I smashed on these fat girls all weekend, all day on OkCupid. Fucking playing fish. I mean, like I said, I'm not trying to boast. I'm not trying to call it like that. You know what I mean? Because I feel you guys' pain. Because you know what? I went through a fucking terrible divorce 2 years ago. And the bitch took me through the fucking ringer. And yeah, she was fucking gorgeous and shit. But you know, I saw the red flags. She's a fucking hoe. I'm sure she fucking fucked a tons of dude while I'm at home like a fucking simp taking care of our kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah, now let me ask you a question. How do you find like this MGTOW stuff? I understand how all these good-looking guys who get laid so much. How do you even find this stuff?
You know how I found this, bro? And I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah.
Like I said, I went through my divorce like 2 years ago. All right, like 4 years ago, whatever. You know, I saw the MGTOW stuff and shit like that because you know I like to look into conspiracy theories and shit like that. So you know, it pops up on the feed. You know what I mean? Because like people were trying to talk shit on MGTOW, saying it breaks up families and stuff like that. And I was more family orientated. So I was like, yeah, that's right. This MGTOW shit is garbage. Okay? This is mine. Anyway, so I went to my fucking divorce hell of my horrible wife and fucking, I started looking up MGTOW, dude. I was in a big depression for like 9 months. I couldn't fucking eat, shit like that. And you're right, man. I don't need a relationship with a woman ever again. And I will never have a relationship with a woman. And like I said, and I feel you, bro. You know, I mean, you're born the way you're born. You know, you just get with the cards dealt. Like I said, you're a smart, witty motherfucker. You make me crack up all the fucking time, man. But no, you're spot on, man. You're spot on. And that's how I found MGTOW. And now I know that I was wrong, and you guys were right all of fucking along. These bitches are crazy.
Yeah, I know chicks who tried lesbianism, and they would rate back to penis because they were like, I don't know how you guys do it.
Dude, this bitch that I smashed on over the weekend, you know, and you know what? And I like big girls. You know, I'm in the shape. I'm a martial artist, but I like big girls. And anyways, because I love them F-bombs, dude. Anyways, this bitch has some huge ass fucking titties. Of course, a gut to match, but it's all good. I fucking suck the gut. I fucking grab it, all that shit.
Oh shit.
But so it's easy. Let me tell you how it happened. You know, like I said, I ain't gotta say shit. Like you said one time, you did it spot on with a line. You said, "Ask Brad Pitt." He's gonna tell you all I gotta do is smile, right? Exactly. No, man, I got a friend that's 6'4" and he gets mad pussy. But no, like, and he doesn't even have a personality like you, bro. But yeah, these bitches are trash. don't fucking stress out on these hoes, guys. You guys are doing the right thing, man. Definitely. And like I said, I'm not trying to boast, but it just so happens, I got the cards dealt to me, and so I can do certain things you can't, just like anybody else.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
Yeah, and I just want to call and say, I support you, bro.
Well, thanks a lot for the call. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, and you got any questions or anything like that? Or you're all gravy?
Oh, questions for you?
Yeah, you're cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was just going to say, that was the only question I had, because I have many guys comment on my channel say, I'm a good-looking guy, I'm an 8 or a 9. And I'm like, if I was a good-looking guy with 8 or 9, I wouldn't even know what MGTOW was, because I would just be fucking so much, my brain would... So that's the only question I had, because I was like, how did guys find that shit if they're successful? Because usually it's guys who, like me, are just failing with girls, and then you find this shit, so...
Yeah, no, I know, and like I said, man, I mean, I was having... Like I said, I'm not trying to fucking, boast and shit, 'cause you guys are cool, man. Trust me, I'd buy you a fucking beer any fucking day of the week that I'm on the West Coast. I'm in California. Yeah. No, man, fucking keep doing what you're doing, bro, and shit. Like I said, you know what it took for me? That fucking terrible divorce.
Yeah.
That was realization. I was gonna look at this whole last night. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I'm that fucking swallow my jizz and all that fucking good stuff. This fucking dumb cunt. She has a dude, fucking taking care of 4 kids of hers. 2 of them are hers, 2 of them aren't. She was even telling me how he supports them. Then she's coming over here. I'm fucking her. I didn't spend $1. She just drank some whiskey out of my bottle that I already had in my bar.
Shit.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and I feel bad for that guy to an extent. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, man. Thanks for the call. I appreciate it.
For sure, Jack. Keep doing what you're doing, bro. Take care.
Thank you. Okay, so the person just called in. I'm sorry. Wait about 2 minutes. I gotta put this damn shirt in the dryer. I'm a man-child. Hold on. All right, I'm back. Yo, shout out to all the people out there. Anybody lives at home with their parents' basement or with their parents. Shout out. Yo, you're live.
Hi there. Hi there. It's a pleasure to be on your stream. I'm calling you from Britain, and I've been watching your videos at length for the past few months or so, and I've found them very, very informative and eye-opening.
Well, thank you. Britain, that's very exciting. How is the dating scene and the females in Britain?
I'd like to talk about it at length in a separate podcast, but I'd like to pay special moral tribute to your services, because some of the videos you've come out with, I've been feeling those emotions for a long time, and you're the only person on the internet that has mentioned or published those feelings out, and it's very brave of you to go out and take steps, because a lot of guys know those feelings, but they've not been able to put it out. So in terms of answering your question about the dating scene in Britain, I'd like to say that the elite is encouraging... well, look, I've mentioned it in my comments multiple times, but the fact is, by the modern era has handed sexual selection to women, and women will always go for superficial characteristics. And it's an agenda by the elite to encourage such superficial breeding patterns in order to produce clones and drones whom are easier to control and are superficial and lack depth, intellectual, emotional, philosophical, moral depth. So this is a great tragedy of this century, that women have been handed over sexual selection rights. You'll see in none of the Abrahamic faiths women were ever given complete marital selection power. Yes, there are clauses whereby if she's not happy, she is given the right to to not agree to marrying that person. But so that's that. But I'd like to commend you ever so much for your services, and please continue to publish more and more. But I'd like to advise you on one thing. It's best if you keep your MGTOW secret in real life, because you might end up attracting a lot of unwanted attention, and it may be slightly tiring for you to publicize your MGTOW status in real life. Let's just keep it to the internet, because you might end up attracting a lot of unwanted attention. But yeah, I'd like to thank you very much. And if there's anything you'd like to ask me with regards to British dating scene, I'm more than happy to unravel the details, if I may.
Yeah, I watched a documentary about females in Britain, like in the bar scene, and their teeth looks about as bad as mine. Is that true? Do a lot of women in Britain have
That's
bad
quite
teeth?
that's quite old. Right now, the current dating scene is quite. Things have improved. People aren't eating as much carbs as they ought to. But I can tell you one thing about British girls. Well, British Caucasian. I'd like to divide it in black, Asian meaning subcontinental girls, and then Caucasian girls. In Caucasian girls, I'd like to subdivide it into European foreign girls, and then white Caucasian British girls. So there are the dichotomy is slightly complex. It's not as monotonous as it may be in America. I can tell you one thing about Caucasian girls: they are expert rinsers, and they are very good at getting money without giving sex. And the guys in Britain are slightly more, although they're slightly more intelligent or what have you, but they're very good at giving their money for free without sex in Britain. The amount, proportion, percentage of catfish on POF and dating sites, as well as all the other dating sites, is quite impressive. And you can lose a lot of money without even meeting the girl. Apart from that, general gold digging patterns are prevalent, and you have to invest a lot of money. The probability distribution of coming out with a girl at the end of the night is very low, and you have to spend about 80 quid every night in order to stay afloat. So you spend a few on drinks, 80 British sterling pounds. So you go out, you spend on transport, you spend a little bit on your clothing, then you go in, you stand in the line, and then you get mistreated by the bouncers, and then go in, and then after that you have to purchase drinks for yourself and for the girls that you're aiming at. That's quite a lot of money, because the bar drinks are overpriced. Then you have to stave off the competition. And then you have to make sure that the girl is willing to come out with you at the end of the day. So it's quite a lot of effort, and it's £80 is worth half a month's groceries in Britain. So it's quite a lot of money, and that's why young people aren't able to save up. But I have noticed a pattern that younger guys are becoming more and more disillusioned. On the same note, I'd like to say that after having done my research on POF, I'm finding that girls are understanding that because of their behavior, they might end up becoming cat ladies. And the girls are throwing the cat lady jokes quite a lot on dating sites. And a lot of girls are remaining thirsty as well. And so they're becoming humbler. MGTOW is moving and shaking the dating patterns at the moment. And I think the changing point, the turning point would be when valuable males with high cheekbones and looks, money, status, and hunter eyes and tall height begin to reject or stave off women. That's when women would realize and change their behavior. In Britain, there was a wave of severe anger a few years ago. Everyone was very angry, very pissed off, very frustrated, agitated. But now people are beginning to become pleasant for some reason. I'm not sure whether it's mind waves being thrown from satellites, because suddenly people get really angry and frustrated and start fighting with you. And suddenly a time comes when people are very calm and nice, and it's been confusing me for a long while. So to answer your question, come back to your question, the dating scene is quite expensive in Britain, and also 50. Lest we forget, 50% of rape accusations in Britain every year statistically are false. But the females in Britain who carry those rape accusations, allegations against the men or guys or boys are never reprimanded, cautioned, convicted, or even prosecuted for their malicious, malevolent, and vindictive behavior. So this vindictitude is encouraged by the societal framework and the policing network. Until you threaten the police with sexist prosecution, sexist suans, the police will not leave you alone. And you have to do a lot of reading to dig out your rights, because the police never tell you about your rights. So, yeah.
It's like that here in America, too. I mean, it's like a woman can just get you kicked out of a bar. Imagine if a woman just made up something in a bar and just said, hey, that guy looked at me.
Quite often, yes.
That can happen anywhere. I mean, they have so much power, man. It's ridiculous.
Well, it's by design. I'm going to have to let you know that the beating practices that are being encouraged by the media, and because women are very stupid, they're very impressionable, and they can be influenced. There was a program in Britain where they did a program, because master psychologists and psychiatrists know the female psychology very well, and they don't like to distribute the information out there. You have to do a lot of reading in order to. So there was a program in Britain where in 2008 where they put the English Caucasian women off dating Asian men by producing artificially intelligent resultant baby pictures. So the computer predicted what the babies of subcontinental men and Caucasian women would look like, and the computer said they wouldn't look very pretty, and the ratios would be off, and that's what put. Otherwise, prior to that program and prior to 9/11, the Indian guys and the subcontinental guys had a very good time dating outside, and so that's that. And the breeding practices are by design, and women are being encouraged to date superficial, narcissistic, psychopathic, manipulative men in order to increase the number, proportion, percentage of such drones and people who will obey in future. So I think it's best not to have children. I'm not going to have any children, it's best to spend all your money on yourself and probably give a bit of charity at the end of the month for moral satisfaction, I suppose.
Well, listen, thank you so much. I'm not trying to cut you
It's
off,
been a
but
pleasure.
I have other calls to get to, but thank you so much
Thank
for
you
your
very
insight
much for
about
taking
Britain.
my call. It's a pleasure, and please keep up the good work. It's very cathartic to hear your listen to your videos, to your words. You are very honest, very outspoken, very polite, very well-mannered, and I'd love for you to do podcasts with other MGTOW presenters. But yeah, thank you very much for your videos. It's a pleasure, and thank you for taking my call.
All right, thank you. See you. All right. I mean, no offense to that guy, but man, I mean, he had some great insight. But I didn't think I was going to get any calls tonight. I just let you guys do the show. No offense, though. I mean, I appreciate all the insight. But, hey, sorry I couldn't get to your call earlier, but you're on live now. Go ahead. You have to turn your volume down.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yo, is this Jack?
Yes, it is.
Please tell me we're live.
Yeah, we're live.
All right, good, man. I've been wanting to talk to you for the longest time. You are 100% correct.
Mm-hmm.
Divorced for, 3 years. I'm an idiot because I fell in love with her, and I was a fucking idiot. Wasting my damn time.
Mm.
And let me tell you, dude, I'm actually a good-looking guy, and I used to be a clubber before I met her. And it's so true. If I wasn't the house dancer I used to be, I wouldn't have gotten any girl at all. I had to be the center of attention. I had to do backflips. I had to do breakdance moves, freezes, 1990s to get all the center of attention.
Damn.
And I never even had to do all the like talking to them, swagging them, and I feel like that when a guy has to do that kind of stuff, man, you're putting so much energy, effort.
Yeah, I mean, I remember I was doing day game once. I day gamed for 3 hours to the point where my legs were shot and I can barely get home. And I was like, why am I working so hard? Like, I'm working hard.
Yeah, man.
And I'm not getting any pussy. And
nothing.
I knew a lot of guys like that. We were just running all around the city. We were doing the whole, what's the whole Sasha day game? If you know that guy, he used to run after girls and jump in front of them. I would do that approach and shit. I was just running. Maybe that's why I wasn't so fat when I was younger. I spent a lot of my energy literally chasing bitches. And I got hardly no results, man. I was like, I'm working harder than any guy I know. And no matter what I do, what I say, and that's why I don't believe in game. I was like, it's not working.
No, you're right. It's bullshit. Dude, I know fucking 600-pound white woman, they can get any guy they fucking want because they're fat. That's bullshit, man. I mean, I think it's ridiculous. I mean, honestly, dude, you look familiar. I'm from South Jersey. I used to go to Philadelphia all the time, South Street. And so, are you in your 30s now?
I'm 32.
Okay, so you're 4 years younger than I am, and I'm telling you, you look familiar. You look like the guy I remember. I moved to Bradenton, Florida 6 years ago, and you look like one of the guys. Were you in MGTOW for at least 8 years?
Was I MGTOW or PUA?
PUA.
Oh, PUA. I was doing PUA for like, man, I was doing this shit for like 7, 8, 9 years, man.
And I swear to God, I remember seeing you. I think I witnessed you actually get on a girl's case.
Get on a girl's face?
I mean, get on a girl's case.
Oh, probably. It would happen once in a while, you know. Like I was all around the city, and every once in a while, what happened? I would make an approach, and sometimes a girl would be mean, and I would just tell them off. I would be like, "Hey,
hell yeah, man! Hell yeah, hell yeah!"
But I didn't go to South Street too much, though. I would go to South Street once in a while, but I was more of an Old City guy. Old City,
yep.
And sometimes Center City. But Old City, when I first started going out, back in, let's say, 2009 or 10, it was mad easy to get makeouts. I wouldn't do nothing while girls making out with me.
Yes, me too, man. Me too.
And
like, no effort.
Yeah, there was this place called Mad River. It's not there anymore.
Oh, God, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I know exactly. I think that's where I saw you, dude. I used to
go there. I used to go there a lot, and there was this place called Lucy's. A lot of girls who were in college would sneak in a fake ID. And I remember it was just girls would just grab you, shake their ass on you, push you down.
Oh my
it
God.
was easier back then because girls were more, I wouldn't say they liked guys more, but they were just more of party girls. Now, ever since the whole hipster thing took over the last 4 or 5 years, less makeouts, less dancing. Guys don't even approach them more. It's like it's dead.
Yeah, man. That's why I go to Costa Rica now, man. I go twice a year. I go to Hotel Del Rey, go 2 nights. I have like 6 prostitutes that I know, and they're sweet. They're, they just want your money, but you give them $60, they'll spend all night with you, rub your back, suck your dick, fuck your brains out, wash you, eat your ass. I mean, I'm not saying I recommend doing that, but I'm gonna say that if you're horny, we might have to do that for the rest of our lives, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I told my prostitute story, and if I had a good prostitute story, maybe I would try it again, but that shit was so ghetto and ratchet.
It is, man. It is really ratchet, man. I mean, but it is what it is. If you haven't had sex in 3 years, man, and these chicks are hotter than Americanized women, man.
Oh, I can imagine.
Now, my last question to you, bud, was, I was going to say, so you weren't married.
No.
And... Oh, okay. So when you went to Mad River, was there a place down there? I don't know if it's still open, but I think it was called Blue Martini.
Yes, it was a black spot. A lot of black girls go there.
Yes. Okay. So is that still there?
Yeah, it's still
there.
If
you know, still there.
But you know what the weird thing is? The girls there don't even... That was the spot, too. Girls would twerk on guys. Last time I went there was like a year or 2 ago. And girls dance there, but they don't do what they used to. They don't back it up on guys. And it's like, why would you spend $10? Like, the whole purpose of a guy spending money for a cover usually is like, okay, this place is packed with girls. They're going to shake their ass. There's no reason to spend money for a cover anymore as a man because girls are not going to make out with you. Well, unless they're really drunk, they might. But they're not going to dance with you. And it's just like, what am I paying for here?
There's no motivation. There's no incentive. There's like me. I'm 36 years old now, and I don't feel like working hard to go downtown for the week. There's no reason for me to go to the bar anymore. It's kind of depressing, but I go just to observe, and I see all these white knight simps, like little bitch boys, man. I just look at it and I just like bashing these guys' heads in. Like, dude, they only want you because A, you're buying them beers, you're paying so much attention to them, you're agreeing with whatever they're saying, and you're just a little bitch boy.
Yeah, I mean, I remember these two guys were going to fight one night, and I was next to one of them, and he was like, he brought me in. He was like, yeah, this guy saw the whole thing, and I said, dude, I'm not trying to be rude, but they're fighting over this girl they didn't know. I was like, she's not going to fuck you, and she's not going to fuck him either. She's not going to fuck anybody. You guys are fighting over some girl. That's
wasted energy.
Yeah, I was like, I that's one of the things I hate about PUA. You don't know how many times I used to go out by myself, like a G, and I would do all these approaches, and I've had guys just cock block me because I'm by myself. Two guys would just come in, box me right out, and I was like, I hate this shit. I don't got. And then the wingmen that I did have, they never helped me. They would just sit back. They would cock block me. This PUA shit, it's funny. It used to be fun back in the mystery method days because we were doing the old school method. We were asking girls for their opinion. We were doing negs. That shit was funny. It was stupid, but that shit was funny. But then when the RSD thing took over, these motherfuckers running around the street making animal noises.
Oh my god!
They doing this thing on the dance floor where they go, oh, oh, like that shit ain't gonna get you laid, man.
Oh god! That used to happen at a place called Club Shampoo. I don't know if you ever heard of it.
Yeah, that was the first place I ever went to.
Yeah, that was my home. Have you ever been upstairs with the main floors and you have those house dancers with trance? That used to be me. I used to be in that little circle. All the girls would be, oh my god, he's so cute. But when I stopped doing my dancing skills, they won't even look at me. But when I'm in that circle doing my little house music, my little rave liquid, I'm telling you, it was like a magnet. I got any girl I ever wanted.
Yeah,
I shouldn't have done that to get girls. Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah. See, I didn't start dancing until I was in my mid-20s. I used to be terrified of dancing, and this black girl I used to be friends with, she made it easier for me. She just told me. But the thing is, like, as I got older, I realized dancing, even though I'm glad girls don't dance anymore, because I remember one night I danced with like 13 black chicks, and I bragged about it, and this guy made a good point. He's like, yeah, but you didn't fuck any of them, though. And it's like, it's just a tease. It's like they give you blue balls. They back into your penis until it gets hard. And then once it gets hard, they back off you. And I remember one night, I pre-came over my pants because I felt like I was in a strip club.
Oh, that was because they know how to rock your dick. They really know what they're doing. They're pretty good.
Yeah, I went to this Caribbean spot called Reefs on South Street, and it was like this place where Jamaican girls would go, and they would just twerk all over me, and I would go to the bathroom to go pee, and I would flick pre-cum out of my penis.
Oh my god, you're the man, dude.
That was the closest I ever came to coming. I wanted to come on the dance floor. I got close, especially when I was doing no faps, but no cigar. But thanks for the call, man.
Yeah, man, dude. Next time I'll hit you up, brother. Thank you for your time, man.
Thank you. All right, so I got a voicemail from somebody. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm only able to take one call at a time, and the calls have been going a little long tonight. But I'm glad because I didn't get any calls the last few live streams. And you guys are actually calling in with some stuff, so that's awesome. But it's hard to get to everybody. And somebody from a block number, you can call back. Whoa.
Call from.
Hello, you're on live.
I'm Mark.
To accept, press
Mark?
1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
Are you still there?
Hello.
Hey, how's it going? This is Mark Bennett in the text.
Yeah, I just hung up on somebody by accident, but okay, go ahead.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
I'm the guy who is the PUA. I'm the guy who's the PUA, and just to let you know where my accent's from, I'm from New Zealand.
Uh-huh.
I'm halfway across the world, so I'm imagining that I'm probably your first ever caller from over here. But anyway, I actually I watch your videos. I actually subscribed just today, but I watched your videos for like a week or at least a week or so now. And the funny thing is that I actually fucking agree with a lot of things that you say. I agree with shitloads. And I am thinking about, in the long run, I am thinking about transitioning to MGTOW in the long run. So I'm not like one of those PUAs. You know, Norma, you can gather this. Usually PUAs and MGTOW kind of have this fucking hostility, and they view each other as arch enemies and adversaries and shit like that. I'm not one of those types of PUAs, although I feel that you are one of those types of MGTOWs who gives a lot of shit to PUAs, which I'm happy with. I don't really give a shit about that. But here's to get to my question, right? I have a couple of questions just in terms of MGTOW. Is that cool?
Sure, go ahead.
All right. So I guess the first question would be, once you've, like, this is what I've always wanted to know, because I've been doing this shit for 10 years. Once you've given up the chase, so to speak, do you feel like a release of a burden at all? Do you feel like there's that life is easier in a sense, because it's just kind of like it can be like real stressful, and you can feel a lot of pressure if you only have like one main goal, which is I'm gonna get pussy, right?
Yeah, I actually do feel better because when you're doing PUA, you're putting all this pressure on yourself because it's all about approaching, keep going hard, keep doing all this stuff. And I did that for, you don't know how many times I wanted to quit. Every year I wanted to quit. So for like 8 or 9 years, maybe 10, I did this shit. And I went out by myself. I did day game, night game, made all these approaches. And I got to the point where I started hating and resenting women. And I still would approach them. I was like, they're such fucking cunts. But okay, I'm going to keep approaching them. And then when I stopped, within a few months, I realized I feel better. And I would see other guys approach and get rejected and blown out. I was like, that could have been me. And I realized that I'm glad that I did it. I don't regret doing it. I did it in my 20s when I had the energy. I did it, when I had nothing going on. But now it's like I don't even have even if I wanted to, I don't have the energy anymore. You know what I mean? Like I'm especially now being a fat guy. Even if I wasn't fat, even when I go out just for a Saturday night, like I'm tired. It's mentally stressful as well talking to women, and it's getting harder and harder. Women are becoming more and more unapproachable. So yeah, to answer your question, I do feel better not talking to them and not approaching them. When I used to get their phone number, I remember I used to get stressful. Like, now what do I do? I got to, no matter what I text them, what I call them, they blow me out. They ignore me. So, yeah.
But just to let you know, I'm a fat white guy as well. And even worse, I'm fucking bald. So I definitely understand the fucking energy thing. I understand like the amount of expenditure in terms of energy is fucking massive. Like, in fact, here's what I would say. I would say that the average girl wouldn't even spend a lifetime on the amount of energy meeting guys than we would in terms of approaching girls. Like I would say, there's nowhere near the level in terms of investment. Like we make fuck tons of investment, and they make shit all, They don't really have to do shit all because they've just got this constant flow of whatever they want, whether it's hot guys or average guys or whatever guys, So even if you're a 5, as you said a couple of times, it's like they have this fucking power. Anyway, what else I want to say? So here's my question. So here's sort of what, this is maybe a point of disagreement. So here's what got me thinking. So yes, it's true that I agree with you. Like, I got a lot of rejections, and I think a lot of it is looks-based. I think there's a certain percentage of girls that only go by looks. So I'm happy with that. Although I think you would maybe say this is kind of more general, perhaps. I would say it's like a specific percentage of girls, right? Now here's my question on this is that didn't you ever see like any of you said you went out solo, but did you ever go out with groups or wings or anything? Because what I saw really fascinated me, because what I saw was that the wings that were way better looking than me were equally getting fucking blown out by these bitches. And I'll give you an example. In fact, you might resonate with this. So you know how PUAs, you probably heard this, like, you know how they divide the night into, well, some of them divide the night into like part 1, part 2, part 3. And so you've got like the first part of the night is, as you see it in one video, social momentum. Then the next part of the night is talking to the girl for an hour. The next part of the night is like the last resort, where everyone outside is the bar and shit, right? So that first part of the night, what I noticed especially, but this really is in general, runs through all the night, right? Is that these bitches are just after validation. Like, for example, so we would come up to them, we would talk to them, we'd have some fun with them, right? And as soon as they got the validation of our attention, they would fucking blow us out. Like, boom, you're done. And it didn't matter if he was great looking, if he was not great looking, if he was average looking. As long as she could reject him in front of her friends, it pretty much worked. And I remember a couple of times, because then if you watch them carefully, they sort of, especially the ones, because you'd know this because you're a former PUA, so the ones that come in like, say, 2 sets, and you can kind of, I came up with this term for them, like validation sluts or validation whores, and they just like do their little sexy dancing, and they want every guy to fucking look at them. And then in any guy who comes in, a lot of the time, I'll just fucking fling them off. It doesn't matter if he's bad looking or good looking, because they just want the fucking validation. Well, and here's my, just one last point, I'll give it back to you. Like, here's my fucking counterpart for that. So the reason I think that men want sex isn't just like a physical, biological need. I honestly think it psychologically validates us, right? Like, we feel like a sense, yeah, I fucked it real good, and high five and shit like that, right? But I think girls get that same psychological validation from fucking attention or being made to feel special. Some guy spending time with her. So that's how I think girls get attention. So what do you think about that?
What do I think about the whole validation thing?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, the first point of your question, I never had. I would say I've had most of the wingmen I had were better looking than me, but they would they would still get they would get rejected. But the guys that I saw in PUA who did get results were taller than the average guy, and they had a decent build, and their game wasn't that great, and they weren't going out as much as I was. But one of the reasons why I stopped doing night game, because I was like, just like what you said, I said, these girls, they don't have to do anything, and it's all game, and it's all tease, and it's all just, they just want to reject somebody, and they want to play you and give you their phone number. So once I figured that out, that's when I stopped trying. But then when I did day game's not any better, because all the girls are busy, they're not used to being approached, and then when I realized, even if you get their phone number, they're going to talk to their fat, ugly friend, and she's going to say, oh, he's probably a weirdo, because their fat, ugly friend doesn't get approached. And she's going to say, yeah, you're right, because the fat, ugly friend doesn't get approached at daytime, because you can see what the horns coming out of her head. But at nighttime, when you're horny, you can't see the horns coming out of their head, because, it's dark in the bars. But yeah, man, the whole nighttime thing, if you're not having fun, there's no point going out as a guy. I know I see a lot of guys just standing around. Sometimes I see 10, 15 guys. They look like just predators. They're just standing around not doing anything. And the girls are just, dancing around. Or it's all just, that's why I've been doing live stream when I go out. I've been trying to do more podcasts and live stream, because I'm not going to approach these girls anymore. And it's just not worth, the juice ain't worth the squeeze, as a lot of people have been saying.
Well, so think about it. That very concept you just referred to, I call that sort of like the wall of doom. So I walk into a club sometimes, and there's like fucking 50%, 80% of the guys are up against the walls, or they're on the table on the outskirts of the dance floor, right? And they're just watching, and they're just waiting, and you can just see that they're waiting for their chance that they'll never even have the balls to take. So on the one hand, they don't have, most of them, as you know, they don't have the fucking balls to do that shit. But on the other hand, it's like it creates this whole fucking atmosphere, right, of like a validation fest for women, where they're just like, they're just waiting to be like, you could literally, I don't know if you've seen this, but when I was you could literally have like groups of 2 guys who come to the club together separately, and they're just surrounding like the girls at the center of the room, and then even if it's just 2 girls or 3 girls, and then there's just piles and piles of guys standing around sort of waiting there. But it all just fucking builds into the whole validation thing. So I'm at the moment, I'm going to be honest, like I don't do nighttime at the moment. So I'm with you on that. And then with the daytime, I agree with you. But here's the only exception I found in the day game. Maybe you can give me your opinion on this. So with the local girls here, they all, as you said, they're pretty much busy. They got shit to do. And even if they end up giving you their number, a lot of the time they're going to flake it, right? So the only exception I found to that rule, there's a couple of exceptions, but the biggest exception I found to that rule was the tourists, to be honest. Like, so there's certain girls, like, say, from Latin America, South American girls. Also, there's some German girls. And I could almost every fucking time I approached a normal girl and the receptivity level was like, fuck off almost. Like, you might not say that in a day, but that's what it feels like, right? You go up to one of these, like, fucking tourist girls, you go up to a girl on holiday, and the receptivity level was like, hey, who are you? Like, really friendly, right? Really, like, cool and down to earth and shit. So, what do you think? Okay, that's a good question. Like, so what do you think, like, is your problem specifically with Western woman or white woman, or do you think, like, because I'll give you my opinion about this. Like, I think Asian women and Latin American women, they seem to be more, I would say, attracted to, like, the traditional type of men without the look, like, as long as he carries the masculine power and stuff like that. Anyway, what do you think about that?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I've approached. I mostly met white girls, and then the last couple of years before I quit, I met more black girls, Asian, Hispanic, and other races, and they were less stuck up. Not all the time, but I still didn't get laid. So, pretty much, it's like black girls. I realize not all, they can be nasty, but for the most part, if you approach them with ease, they're used to being yelled at and catcalled. So if you approach them real chill, they'll at least meet you and talk to you, flirt with you. And other, Asian girls are shy, but I'm half Hispanic and they don't like spics really. They love their white penis, and I'm unfortunately not white enough. But I made out with a few chubby white girls in bars, but and Hispanic girls don't like me because the Hispanic girls here in Philly, they want it thug. They want like a Hispanic dude to wear like a white t-shirt and a chain and fucking get them pregnant and leave them. So, yeah, I mean, race isn't going to change it either. I think all women are the same. They're different. But I got to move on to something else, but thank you for your call. I appreciate it.
Thanks, dude.
Thank you. All right, so the stream's going pretty well. I think the last stream that I did, I had about 30-something people, and this is up to 70, so that's pretty damn good. The person called in, Mark. I apologize for hanging up on you. I was playing a voicemail and then it hung up. So if you want to call back, you can. The calls have been going way too long. I'm trying to listen to your stories. I'm not trying to be rude at all, but I just, I guess I got to start cutting people off and be a rude host. Like, yeah, get to the point. But that's mean. I promised you that Elliot Rodger had gone to a prostitute. Several people would be alive right now. Probably. Yes, Jak'D 2.0 here.
Hello?
Yep. Is this Mark?
This is Anesthesia Maniac. Hello? From YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yes, I hear you. Go ahead, sir.
I love your videos and all that good stuff. I don't know. I'm basically in the same shoes that you're in. Like forever. I've just had a hard time getting females. Like I don't know. I did the bulk of my approaching. I'd say between 2006 and 2007. Just getting turned down left and right. I just used to wake up like I don't know, and wake up, go to school, and come home, and hang out. In Connecticut, because I'm in Connecticut or whatever. So I just go around and approach females and just get turned down for like from 2006 to 2007 for like a straight up year.
Damn.
But it's just approach more females as well. But that's just like when I did the bulk of my approach.
Yeah, man. I mean, there's no answer to solution because PUA is supposed to be you trying to improve your life, and you can improve your dressing up and everything and your looks and all, but that there's still no, as I said before, there's still no guarantee the women have responsibility too, because even if a man does all that, you could still not get a single, there's guys out there not getting a single girl. So it's amazing how there's guys out there that don't have any options, and there's some guys out there that have tons of options. It's like there's no, everyone's solution is just lift. If you talk to a guy who say, just lift, man. You go to the gym, just lift. It's like, that's not going to solve everything.
I can't even, around that time when I was doing the bulk of my approaching, like I was in really good shape. I had pecs like something out of a comic, like a superhero out of a comic book, and like washboard abs. No exaggeration. I wasn't getting any type of like females. I was getting phone. I got maybe a few phone numbers, but I used to approach a lot of females just to get like one phone number. You know, I don't know. I tallied it up to, I was getting maybe one number for every 30 or 40 females I would holler at. It may have been even less than that, but I don't know. When I did the bulk of my approaching back in like 2006 and 2007, I got like I think altogether I was able to get maybe 30 to somewhere between 30 to 50 phone numbers within that time frame. Since then, I've been approaching since then, but I just did it that time because that's when I did the bulk of my approaching. Like I would literally wake up, you know, and go to school. But after I go to school, like in the afternoon, that whole time would be spent just approaching females, either at the mall, downtown through Haven, because I'm in Connecticut. I'm in the state of Connecticut. So, yeah, I just.
So you said that you only approached from 2006 to 2007. Did you give up after that?
No, I didn't. Like I said, I've been approaching since then.
Oh, since then, okay.
In seasons, but I just bring up that time because that's when I did like the bulk. Like every day was still approaching. Like nowadays, I mean, I approach seasonally. Like I say this summer, I'll be doing approaching or whatever. You know. Anytime I see a female that's physically attractive to me, I just, you know, go up to her and say with it and try to freestyle. I can't say that I've ever been involved in PUA or anything like that, but, you know, I just, in your stories, you know, they resonate with me. Like they remind me of things that, you know, I've done in ways that I've approached females, etc.
Yeah, man, but it's weird because it's like PUA seems like it's mostly for white guys. Not all the time. It seems like it's mostly white guys and Asian guys. And I don't know. I'm not saying like I said. I mean, I can't speak. I haven't traveled that much, but as I said, the black guys here in Philly, I used to only see them with the stereotype, the fat, ugly white girls. But over the last 4 or 5 years, I've seen them with way better looking white girls. Like some of them are hot as shit, and some of the black dudes, they're not even like tall or athletic looking. Some of them are just like regular looking dudes, and I don't know what it's like in Connecticut. I wish I could travel so I can see what it's like in different places, but it's weird, man. It's like, as I said, it's like sometimes there's guys just, it's not there's something wrong with you, it just seems like it's like a curse almost. I always felt like I was cursed in life, like someone put a curse on me, and it was just, you ain't gonna get no pussy curse. And I think some of us guys have it. I think we just have this, you ain't gonna get no pussy curse. Someone cursed us, man.
You say, yeah, that sounds like something I say in my brain. You also remind me of my friend Ben. He's a Puerto Rican dude, and he also does stand-up comedy, and he has the same trouble with females that you and I have. He doesn't have a computer to call in or anything like that. He probably has never even heard of me because he's not like a YouTube person like that. But you know, I'm probably gonna slide this video to him because he does check Facebook probably like every here and there now and then because he goes to the library and stuff like that. And I, as a matter of fact, I think I told him I did send him a message telling him that there's a guy in Philadelphia that kind of reminds me of you, because you know he's trying to be a comedian and all that. So you still do the comedy as well?
Yeah, I've been doing stand up for 9.5 years, but the thing is, man, like I'm never gonna go anywhere because you got to move to New York or LA, and I can't even get out of my parents' house. And then on top of that, my comedy is just like this shit. It's raw, it's real, and I say a lot of fucked up shit, and it's getting more and more PC. So, and I'm not gonna change my act. So yeah.
And that's funny because that's kind of how his style is. I might even try to see if he, because I think he's got 1 or 2 videos that he had uploaded on YouTube. I might even put that in the comment section so you can see him. But they're videos from when he was younger, etc. Nowadays he kind of looks like you, kind of a little bit like he's on the chubby side. You know what I'm saying? No offense.
I'm more to love. I call myself more to love. But thanks, man, for the call. I appreciate it. Send him the video. All right.
All right. I try to believe you.
All right. Thanks. Hold on a sec, guys. All right, guys, I have to end the stream right now. I'm sorry, I'm getting bothered right now. But thank you so much to all the callers. Thank you, guys, to all the people that called in. I mean, I just said that. I mean, thanks to everyone in the chat right now. And I'll try to do this again next Tuesday. All right? So check back next Tuesday. Thank you. I'll see you guys.